Hey everyone, welcome to the live stream. Hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. I'll just adjust my volumes. So we've got Shane Stubb saying hello, Adrian Neal saying of course it is the exact time I have to go to work, right? No worries. Storm's in there saying hello there. Jimmy Sim saying hello everyone. Good to see you in the chat again. Steve 4K Gaming, hello guys. And Tanya Craven saying hey. Apologies, I'm not sure your name, saying hello as well. Fred's in there saying hello everyone. Good to see you all in the chat again. Peter Does Farming, giving a wave, hey to you. Graham saying hello. That's in farm, just subscribed today, loved your first FS25 time-lapse. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for the subscription, and good to hear you enjoyed the video. Not a Game saying hey everyone, Storm, long time no here. Yeah, it's been a while since we've heard from Storm, and good to see you in the chat as well. So hello from China, hey to you. Apologies, I have no idea how you say your name, but welcome to the stream. So I'm going to get straight in with harvesting our field of sorghum. I have skipped through to September, so if you watched last night's stream, we finished up in August with harvesting the new field of wheat, I think it was, we purchased. So I've now skipped through September, so our little field of sorghum here is ready to harvest, so I'm just going to get straight on with that. And then we'll see what else we can do. So possibly look at getting some fields prepped to get some barley planted. So maybe do a bit of mulching and cultivating, ploughing, lime spreading, depending on what needs doing. One thing I will say as well is I didn't notice this at first, but I noticed it in the Riverbend time-lapse and I was recording that when you're doing a crop now that doesn't leave a straw swath, so when you're doing the chopping the crop up, it actually mulches the field. So if I get rid of the weeds, yeah, so you can see now as we're leaving the chopped swath at the back of the combine, it's actually applying a layer of mulch. So you don't have to mulch all your fields. The one we did, the canola field, field 52, you can see some bits where obviously the combine turned and it's missed little bits where it's sprayed at the bottom of the combine, but it has done a large part of the mulching on that field now, so it saves you one extra job you don't have to do. So I didn't even notice that until I was doing the time lapse on Riverbend Springs, and I was looking, I thought, oh, how's that field mulched? It's 65 beets. 65 is red beets, I think. A big field of red beets. I don't own that field. It's quite expensive to purchase as well, and I don't fancy harvesting such a large field of red beets. Or say red beets, beetroot, depending where you come from. Brandon Smith saying good job on the time-lapse use. Thank you for that, appreciate it. How do I like the game? I'm enjoying the game so far, I'm really enjoying it. The more I play it, the more I like it. Yeah, there's plenty to try out. The dedicated sorghum header, definitely will try that out at some point. I can harvest at 8 miles per hour. But the downside is it's, I think, 111,000 to purchase. Hans Peter saying hello from Germany, hey to you, and welcome to the stream. Mr. Noob saying hello from Russia, hey to you, and welcome to the stream as well. So what's up, Sim? Beville 17, I'm good, hope you are too. Graham, when are you doing your time lapses, and how do you decide what tasks are you going to do? I usually just take a look at what needs doing and then try and plan out what I'm going to do from there. So before I even start recording, I'll see if there's any contracts that might be worth doing or what needs doing to my own fields. If there's not really much needs doing, sometimes I'll just generally skip a month or two until I feel like there's enough to do. So it all depends. I don't have a long-term plan, I'll just kind of go with it, like video by video. So sometimes I'll have an idea of what I want to do. Often that never actually happens for a long time. So it's kind of like you have a plan to get a certain piece of equipment or buy a certain field, and then other things happen and yeah, plans change. Jan saying hello from Norway. Hey to you. Apologies if I got your name wrong. Yeah, the fogs. I was recording an episode on the other map earlier today, and at times the fog did get a little bit annoying because it just would not go away. But yeah, you can kind of see it in the distance. But on the other map it was a bit crazy, especially on the low spots. It was lingering around for ages. And I was trying to do a harvest on one field and half of it was in fog, half of it wasn't. So it did get a little bit annoying at times. Harlison, hey Sim, hope your day's going well. I'm ready for that first farm build video. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier today. I might have a look over the next few days, seeing what I can come up with what's available in the base game. Because I did see an area on this map that I thought might be interesting to build upon. That's not going to take away from a field or anything, and doesn't have anything on there at the moment. Excuse me. Do you know what collectibles? Yes. On the East Asia map it is glowing orbs. So they're like small glowing balls or orbs. I found one today at the end of the video I was recording. So they do glow up. So if you run around the map, probably at night time might be a good time to look for them, because they should be glowing in the dark. I spotted it because there was like a weird light shining up the side of a building, and then when I went over it came up collect. The collectibles on this map, I did find one earlier. I didn't know it was a collectible at the time. I was inside one of the sheds and I saw this thing and I just thought you could interact with it. So I clicked the button to interact and it said congratulations, you found a collectible. So the collectibles on this map are items for the grain, that granary building that you can restore the museum that we went round in last night's stream. So it's all items of that. So the one I found was actually quite big and it now appears inside that building. But I haven't found any more. But we'll, I now know what I'm looking for. Try and keep an eye out when we're looking round. Other map is like a horror film in fog. Yeah, it does get pretty bad at times. Like what lies in the mist. Do you have any preferences for brands of machinery? I don't really have any preferences. I just try and use different stuff. I do end up using a lot of John Deere stuff because there tends to be always a lot of John Deere mods, especially for like equipment like seed drills and cultivators and stuff. So it does end up being easy to use one brand over another, but I don't have a particular favourite. Especially in this game now, I want to try and use more stuff than I did previously, because I did a lot of the time end up using the same stuff. Jack saying hi, hey to you, welcome to the stream. Right, I need to unload the combine. I might actually need to build a silo so we've actually got somewhere to put the grain, because I've got the trailers full of wheat at the moment. But what's the difference between that one and that one? I'm just going to put this one in. It probably doesn't really fit the map, but I don't know. Does it? I'm trying to just dump this for now. I don't think there's going to be a good place. Need somewhere that's reasonably flat. Maybe just here will do for now. So we can empty that trailer and put the sorghum in there until we get a better price for it. I don't think we're going to need a huge amount for chickens, and despite the fact I bought the smallest chickens, we're already starting to get some eggs being produced, which is a bit strange. It's definitely not coming from the rooster. Is landscaping different? I haven't actually properly tried landscaping. I did a little bit of painting earlier, that's about it. I haven't actually tried the tools, but they look the same in terms of sculpting tools. The only difference is of the menu is different now you access it. So you got your standard sculpting tools we had previously. Painting, pretty much similar, not a huge amount of textures you can choose from. But yeah, as in terms of these, I haven't actually tried these yet to see what they're actually like, but I don't think they're going to be much different from 22, to be honest. I haven't tried the contracts on several fields yet. That's one thing I was going to look at doing, to see if that was possible or not. So after we've finished this field, I might have a look, see what contracts are available, and see if there's one where we could possibly borrow equipment off one to do 2 contracts. Valtras are nice tractors. Don't use them very often though. Shame this combine doesn't have a 7 metre header like the class. It's 6.2 metres, the one that comes with it, which that's not too bad. I mean, to be fair, you probably could fit a 7 metre header on there, because the pipe is quite long. But I think the next class header up is the 10.8 metre, I think. Not a game saying great to see the view numbers up again. Yeah, it is. There's been a struggle recently with the views being quite low, but it is what it is. But yeah, it is nice to see a lot of new faces as well, watching the videos and getting some new subscribers. I think it was the same. A lot of channels I was looking at seem to be getting a lot less viewers than they should be, really. The amount of subscribers on FS25. Yeah, I think a lot of people just lost interest in it a lot easier than previous games. Yeah, the contracts are all different, so they're individual for jobs now. So mowing is a separate one, so you don't mow, bale, head all in one. So they're all individual contracts, which I don't mind in a way, but it would be nice to have the option to like do more steps in one go, but I don't know how often you can get, like if you're doing the mowing contract, that you might get then a baling contract on that field after you've completed it, or whether they're just going to be randomly pop up. Yeah, not sure exactly how that's going to work over time, but we'll see. But it does give a lot more variation to contracts, and there's a lot more that come up for different jobs, so biggest changes: contract system's different, textures are different, lighting's different, weather effects are different. There's quite a lot of change. I don't know about big ones. I mean, the main core of the game's still the same. Still got the same start mode, new farm manager, start from scratch, although you can now adjust the money options for starting, which is a nice feature. It's one of those things. I keep saying, a lot of people saying, oh, it's just FS22 with like there's no difference, but I think the more you play it, the more you realise how different it is. Interactive NPCs, I know a lot of people probably like. I'm not particularly bothered about them. They're just, Yeah, they're not very well done. They just stand there in a random spot and then follow you around with their eyes. It's a bit weird. Right, so that's the sorghum done. I don't think we've got... No, that's all our fields done. We don't have any fields that need doing. So, not sure if we'll use that combine again or whether to return it. And I'm pretty sure the price for sorghum is not going to be good until January. We will just double check. So yeah, saying highest price around about 945, and we are currently highest 712. So yeah, over $200 dollars per 1,000 litres less. So might as well just keep hold of it now. I mean, we still got 224,000. We're not desperate for money. I'll get this dumped in the soil. I'll have a look at the contract, see what's available. See if we can try the using the same equipment on multiple contracts like previously. I haven't seen a tornado yet. It does show up in the weather. So it's not showing a tornado up yet. I don't know how often they appear, or I don't know, like if it's like how probability of one appearing or what time of year they will. I don't know if they can happen at any time of the year or whether they're during a certain season. But yeah, I haven't actually seen one myself yet in game, but they are switched on all my saves currently. New wild animals, I don't think so. There was a bird on my field earlier, but it was kind of stuck in one position. But that only appeared after I started planting the field. But it just sat there in the middle of the field. It didn't move or fly around or anything. I did see some deer on the Riverbend Springs map time lapse. In the trees. I don't think there's anything else. Like, there's no additional wildlife that I know of. Can't really see anything up here. Oh, there's a deer there. Not a John Deere. What is actually up here? Anything interesting? Go and explore a little bit. Looks like a hay feeding station. Keep seeing these little paper boats, but I thought those were the collectibles at first, but there's nothing coming up to collect those, and I keep seeing those dotted around the map. I think they're a red herring. If we go down to the actual that building, so the Grain Elevator Museum, this is the collectible I found earlier, was this contraption. And that's pretty big. I didn't even feel, I saw the handles and I thought, oh, maybe you can turn them, and something happened. So I went to click on it to turn them, and then it was like, hey, congratulations, you've collected something. So it says there's 25 collectibles, and they're all missing items from this Grain Elevator Museum. I mean, that's a pretty big one. So yeah, we need to look out for things that would possibly fit in this building. And then obviously they appear in here when you collect them. Yeah, let's have a have a look at the contracts. Do you have the Golden New Holland Harvester? I do. Giant sent me the MacDon code and the code for the New Holland Gold Harvester as well. I do have a copy of the collector's edition on order. I think should be with me Tuesday. So I should get one with that as well, which I can use on the other computer. Nothing new come up in the used equipment, so let's check out the contracts. So we've got cultivating contract on field 24, which is worth 17,000. And then on field 11, does that look like a grass field? There's a cultivating contract on it. Does that mean potentially fields won't always stay as grass? Be interesting to find out. A few fertilizing contracts. Could borrow a spreader and try if we can use that on multiple fields. That'll be probably fairly quick. So if I borrow items for that one, and then if I accept field 40, I might as well do field 16 as well. See if we can use the same equipment on all contract fields, or whether it will only let us do the one. I've got a feeling it'll be the same as previously. It'll just let you use it as long as it's a contract field. Right, let's get some fertilizer. Let's get 3 bags to be on the safe side. No idea how much we're going to need. Haven't actually done any fertilizing yet. I've already tried the AI improvements last night. I haven't used them yet this evening, but they do work very well from what I've tried so far. The collectibles were 10,000, so I presume it'll be 250,000 for getting 25, and then possibly a bonus for getting all 25, unless it's similar to the other one where maybe after you collect so many you get an additional bonus. Yeah, I did look in here for a collectible, but I didn't know what I was looking for. But I don't think there's anything in here that would fit in the museum. I want some concrete blocks or a whatever's hiding in these wooden crates. Yeah, I'll have to keep my eye out. I look for some random object that doesn't look like it belongs where it is. Right, which field are we doing? So we've got 16, which is just down the road. We'll do 16, 19, and then come back and do 40, finish off that one. That's assuming it lets us do those fields. The New Holland Exotic Midas, thank you for the subscription. The New Holland Combine, I think you could get for a pre-order bonus from Giant's website, if you pre-ordered from Giant's website. It also comes with the collector's edition, but I think that's the only 2 ways you can currently get it. Just in the game, I'm really enjoying the game so far. It's one of those things at the moment, even just base game, it's really good. But yeah, when you start getting some mods and mod maps, it's going to be another level. As it always is, usually when modders get their hands on it and start creating some awesome stuff. Season calendar, apart from all the additional crops, I think it's pretty much the same for the most part, from what I can remember for the base game calendar. So canola harvested June, July, August, planted I think exactly the same as it was previously, and I think both maps are the same crop calendar. I don't think there is any differences with planting windows and growth that I'm aware of anyway. Yeah, cotton seems same, February, March. So we've just got the additional new crops, so we've got the green beans, peas, spinach on there as well. It would be nice, I used to like the FS, the geos we used to get, where you could change like the crop calendar and stuff for each individual map. Well, it's letting me use this stuff on this field. I don't think I borrowed it for this one, did I? I think it was field 19. I think I borrowed the equipment for. Chaotic79 saying, what's up, Sean? Hey to you and welcome to the stream. Yeah, the contract status in the top right's a nice feature. Handy, you can see exactly what your status is at all times. I presume as well that possibly there might be the limit of 3 contracts at a time. We'll try that before we accept this one or collect it. New Holland Combine comes with the year 1 bundle as well. Okay. We are 98% done. Tiny little bit in the middle. So that's the first field done. Can we accept another contract, or is it a limit of 3? I'd try that one. Can we? Yeah, we can only have 3 active contracts at a time currently, same as before. So yeah, we need the better contracts mod. Remove the limit. Right, where are we going now? So yeah, carry straight on up, and we're just over to the left hand side. Keep an eye out for some collectibles. So I have no idea where they'd be, how big some of the items could be. They could be quite small. The one I did find was actually inside the barn by the farmer's market. So you'll only find it if you actually go in there looking. Not something you'll spot from like the side of the road or driving past or anything. Big disappointment. I'm a bit disappointed they didn't improve the loan system. It's just the same. You just take out 5,000 increments and then repay 5,000 increments. So I would have liked to have seen an improved loan system. A bit like the enhanced loan mod we had on FS25. The financial page as well is pretty much the same. I would like to see a full year breakdown of like the 12-month period for a full year, rather than just being able to see current month on the previous 4 months. Would be nice to know exactly how much you made over the like 12 months for a year and stuff. So I think that could have been better. That's one thing I was hoping they would do, but obviously they focused on other things. There does seem to be a lack of equipment, especially for some categories in the current version. I know there is more coming with content updates and stuff, but it would have been nice to see more stuff actually in this version of the game, especially for some of the categories, because they are lacking a little bit with options. Trying to think what else. I think most of the things I've always wanted are in there, like the improved weather effects for the rain, like puddles forming on the roads and stuff. The equipment actually looks like it's wet. The actual vehicles reacting with the water, or the water reacting to the vehicles when you drive through it. So you get the puddles splashing and stuff. Little splashes of water off the tyres. Yeah, it's just a standard 2 km by 2 km. But it does feel a lot bigger than that. I think it's the way they do the map boundaries as well now. Sometimes it's difficult to tell you're right at the map edge. It does go on for a little bit beyond that. One thing I really would have wanted them to put in was the precision farming mini-map thing, so I could see where the fertilizer is. I really should have probably put the assisted steering on for this, so I could yeah, because technically I should have done one headland and one pass up the middle. Oh well. Hopefully we're not wasting too much fertilizer. Yeah, there's a lot of equipment still to be added from what Giants were saying, plus they'll be adding some stuff via mods on Mod Hub. I do own some land. We bought some land in the first stream last night. Where am I missing? I'm missing one tiny little sliver down here. But I moved over and I could have got that all in one go. So we own... Go to farmland. And bear in mind I've left my tractor running. So we own field 43, 59, 52, and we own this area of land that comes with 66 that we harvested at the start. So that's kind of where our main farm area is currently. That's the contract finished. That's field 40 done. So next we've got, no, like we've got field 40 left to do. That's field 19 done. Have a quick look in this barn. See if there is something in here that might be no, pretty much empty. Some stuff as they add as mods is just stuff from the previous version of the game that they don't intend to add as base game equipment in this version. They usually do it as well to fill up a few categories that don't have as much stuff in. So some of the tractors that haven't made it in this version, if they're not coming as content update, they will probably be released as mods on Mod Hub. So last time we got the Big Bud, they were released on Mod Hub. I think there was some of the Anderson equipment and some of the Vicon equipment was released as mods. But this is the carriage store. This is a place we can bring materials to the wagon builder. So planks, long, fabric, rope. Do we just deliver stuff to this? Do we need to buy it or anything? Don't know if this is something we need to actually buy or whether you just deliver stuff to it. I suppose I should click on this and see. 425,000? I don't think so. Will that go in the grey mill possibly? No. That looks like it's something should belong in the grey mill. Some wagon wheels in there. I think it's worth buying. I mean, I'd buy it even if I hadn't got sent it, so. Let's go and do field 40. Can you use, yes, we are currently just going to do the third contract from using equipment we borrowed for one. So it does seem the same as previously, the previous two versions where you can borrow equipment for one contract and use it on the same contracts on other fields. I will try it again with something different, so maybe take that cultivated contract and have a go with one of the smaller fields as well. So if we go around this way. Vincent saying hi to you and welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I can't use the code because you're on console. No worries. Do you know if you will participate in construction? I will try out as many as we can fit in. So I want to try and do as much as what the map has to offer. So all the construction stuff and that we'll have a go at doing. But they're not a priority to start with. Do I play with console player? I play on PC. I did do a cross-play server. We'll probably look at doing that again for FS25. Getting a cross-play server set up again at some point. Field 42. Is that the sunflower maze? Yeah, I was thinking of having a look in the middle of there, see if there's something in there, because there's quite a lot of stuff in that maze. I will do another series similar to No Man's Land at some point. I'm not sure if it will be No Man's Land. I have no idea if that will get converted or not. And even if it does get converted and comes out, if there's other maps similar out, I might choose a different one instead of doing No Man's Land again. I think people are probably sick of No Man's Land by now. So many people have done it. Precision farming won't be coming back. The deal was only for FS19 and FS22. I think originally it was only for FS19. I think it was like a 2-year project for FS19, but they never fully implemented all the features of precision farming to what was initially announced when the first said they was doing it. And it was never really updated much on FS22, so yeah, I don't see that will possibly come back. I don't know if it's possible for somebody else to utilize the 22 version and convert some of the features to 25 if Giants aren't going to release it. There's definitely some good features to it. I'm surprised they didn't add some other stuff from it into the base game, like the spot spraying for the weeds and stuff. And I say the fertilising state's shown on the minimap, so I can see where I'm going. And again, I should have put the guided steering on. Keep forgetting about it, to be honest. Yeah, there'll definitely be a series where there's starting on a blank map, for sure, at some point. Well, where's this little bit I've missed? Better check the map because I'll be driving around in circles trying to find one tiny little spot. All down that one edge. Is there a way to change the green bit? I don't think there's any way to change that. Again, there'll possibly a mod come out that might be able to change it. I think there was one for 22 that allowed you to change the hood colours. But yeah, it's not the easiest one to see at the top, and it's really frustrating when you're doing the videos. It's so difficult to see the money. That's why I added in it afterwards, but it does take a bit of time to add that in. Nearly killed a deer. I don't think it'll be too long before the game on offer. I'm going to try it. I know this is not going to work because it's our field, but worth a try, just in case. As we're driving past our own field. I'm going to drop the fertiliser off at the farmyard so we're not wasting it. So I might have a look at those cultivating contracts. The one of them was worth quite a bit. I'll borrow the equipment for that and see if we can do the other fields as well. I imagine as the spreader works, it should be fine with everything. Yeah, the pain of harvesting 6 miles an hour, 10 kilometres an hour. It's not too bad. But it does make a difference when you come to edit the time lapse and then you look how long a section is. And it's like, oh, that took a while. I think the rice harvest, when I did the fixed camera for the rice harvest on the Let's Play video, the first one, I think the one section of that when I come to do it was 12 minutes long. And that wasn't in the entire field. And it wasn't a particularly big field either. Right, so let's have a look at contract. And we'll collect these ones. Cultivating, so if we borrow the equipment for that one, I don't think 46 will be worth doing. Take that one as well. Right, the New Holland T8. Yeah, the time-lapse videos roughly around about 3 hours. I think the Riverbend Springs one was 2 hours 44 minutes, I think, of recording. There was a bit of that I didn't record. Like driving backwards and forwards, there was a little bit cut out. Coming from some of the sell points and going back from the store. It's usually around about 2.5 to 3 hours is kind of what I aim for a one time-lapse video. Right, field 24 is right at the top of the map, and field 11's just the other side of the river. Yeah, I generally do 2.5 hours minimum is what I aim for, then 3 hours kind of the maximum. Often it goes longer than that. But when you're speeding it up, it obviously gets short. So if you only do about 2 hours of recording, you probably end up with like a 10-15 minute video. Production points seem to have me bamboozled. I cannot see active, deactivate, store, distribute on them. I don't have any on here to show. Because I don't own any of these currently, but when you click on the thing you own, you click there, you can see store in there. At the bottom it'll come up change output, I think. And then you can, when you click on them, you can deactivate, activate on the menu at the bottom. But I don't own any of these, so we don't have any of those options. But these are all the ones built into the map that we can purchase. We've got bakery, biogas plant, canning facility, which does quite a lot of products. We've got the carpentry, cement factory. So this requires 1,000 stones, so we can do 125 cement brick. Or 1,000 stones, 180 cement bags. So if you want to turn stones on, we've actually got something to use stones for, rather than just putting them in the debris crusher like we used to. Or you can do roof plates. Roof plates are used on certain buildings. I think the temple on the other map needs roof plates. So yeah, it might be worth keeping stones on this time, although they are a pain to pick up. We've got the cooper, so we can do wood barrels, bathtubs and stuff, similar to the platinum expansion. The grey mill, she's got a few new extra recipes with rice flour. We've got the oil mill. That one's got rice oil, long grain rice oil, which are 2 new ones for that. Paper factory, playground maker, a rope maker, which requires cotton. So if you want to go into rope making, rope is also something that's required for some of the buildable things on the map. Then we've got the standard sawmill, spinnery, tailor shop, and then the wagon builder. So yes, quite a lot of built-in productions, and some new products as well that some of the productions produce. So we'll definitely try and get all of them. I don't know how much we'll progress over the time, but there's a lot to keep you going on this map. Let's do field 11 first. Just down here on the right. I will probably put a greenhouse in or something so we can look at the additional crops on the standard greenhouses that we've got now. Yeah, possibly when you're building your own house as well, you'll need roof plates, probably concrete blocks as well. But there is a warehouse. I don't know if there's a warehouse on this one. I presume there should be. Yeah. So I think from here we can purchase pallets of stuff. So we can buy planks long, prefab wall, wood beam, fabric, clothes, cement bags, barrels, buckets, bathtubs, furniture, carton roll, paper roll, wool, eggs, honey, flour. I think you can actually, it looks like you can buy every pallet possible. Cake, butter, cheese, sugar, cereal. Yeah, it looks like you can buy any pallet that you can produce, you can actually buy from here. So many pallets there. So you can buy cement bricks. Imagine you can buy the roof plate as well, yeah. So yeah, if you don't want to, if you want to build your own house, you can actually buy the stuff here. Although 13,090 for one pallet of rope is a bit pricey. So yeah, might be worth producing your own. So yeah, no problem using the borrowed equipment on this field either. So I did think that might be a thing that might fix or prevent you from doing now. But obviously, it's not something that can fix easily, or I just decided they don't want to. When will LPE2 released? LPE2. I've recorded it. I was hoping to get it up this afternoon, but by the time I'd finished recording it, I was starting to get a bit of a headache, and because I was wanting to do the live stream this evening, I decided to go and have a bit of a break. So that will be edited tomorrow morning, so it should be up tomorrow. Use the GPS. That's a good idea. Right, so the assisted steering, if you set it AI worker and hire a worker, it will follow that course. So if we switch it to steering assist, it will follow this course for us. So I'll turn the lines on it if you haven't seen this. So if I turn show lines on, make it a bit easier to see. So the yellow line is the line it will follow. So when it goes yellow, you can press B on the Xbox controller, and then it'll, which is H on the keyboard. So you press H or B on the controller, and then it'll lock. So the line will go green, and now it's locked to that line. And then you can see the white bit there is the next line. So once it goes yellow, you just press the button, it'll lock in. Set your cruise control and away you go. So it's nice and easy. Yeah, if you've got this screen set to worker, so if you've got it on AI worker, when you drive into the field, you just press hire worker and it will follow the auto-generated course unless you change these settings. So that's automatically steering now, following that line, going around the corner for me. So I don't have to steer at all until it comes to the end. So it's very easy to use. So even on console as well, it's so simple to use. And it's also very quick. I know course play sometimes it used to take an age for it to generate the course. This is pretty much, as soon as you drive in the field, the course is there. Like already generated it. I mean, it's so good having a feature like this into the actual base game. Not having to wait for a GPS model or anything like that. Vehicle maintenance still seems pretty expensive. Especially the painting as well seems still expensive. In terms of how quick the wear and tear is, I don't really know because I really haven't paid attention to it that much. Yeah, the custom pastures, I might have a go at putting one of those in a bit later if we get time. Possibly do the goat one. I think you can, even though it doesn't say in the build mode, you can actually extend the pastures of the horse pasture and sheep one as well. And I think the pig one as well. You can actually adjust the fencing for it, so you can set a custom size for it. So yeah, we'll have a look at that a bit later. See if we can fit us, like, get some goats. Might need to get a grass field and get some grass. Unless goats graze on the grass that's in the pasture. But I don't think you'll get goat milk from the pasture. You'll need one of the sheds, I think. From what I've seen of the custom pastures, I tried to edit the one on Riverbend Springs, and it looks like once you've put it down, that's it. There's no way of editing the size of it, but you have to remove it and then replace it. So I deleted some of the fence on the one on Riverbend Springs, and it yeah, wouldn't let me put the fence back in or anything. No, I haven't watched that. I'll figure it out myself. Well, yeah, we'll have a look at them. No, you have to change. It doesn't stop at the end of the field or anything. It just keeps on going if you've got cruise control. So it doesn't, when it gets to the end of the line you're on, it doesn't stop or automatically turn. You still have to turn it at the end of the field and stuff. It just kind of locks it in the direction the line goes. It does give a warning beep. I don't know how well you can hear it. Maybe if we go in cab you might be able to hear it a little bit better. So it'll turn on the headland rows like this one, it will automatically turn. But it doesn't automatically turn at the end of the field to change row or anything. When you have the ground deformation, does it pull on the tractor? It does when you're ploughing. If you've got the wheels on the edge of the rut, it will like pull the tractor over into the rut that it creates. It's probably not so bad on here because it's not particularly deep deformation in this field. But when you're doing the ploughing, it does put a big deep rut into the one side that you put the two tyres in for the next row. And if you try and drive out of it, it does like push the tyre back into it. I think I should have done the middle of the field first, to be honest. Right, 76% done on this one. Yeah, this is a grass field we're cultivating for a contract. So I don't know if this field will change, because previously in FS25 if a field was set as grass, it stayed grass permanently unless you purchased it yourself. Even if you easy dev'd a grass field after you put a different crop in, after one harvest the game had always put grass back in it. It was like if it was set as grass in Giants Editor, it always wanted to be grass in game. So it'd be interesting to see if this field does change to a different crop, and then maybe some of the fields that aren't grass change to grass. Or whether this one will just go back to grass. I'll have to wait and see. Keep an eye on the field 11, see if it does change to a crop or not. yeah, it would be a lot easier to do a lot of jobs ploughing. The one downside with ploughing is you don't really have the multi-angle terrain, so it sets up the lines like the best it determines for the field, but the actual texture for the ploughing doesn't follow. So I was going up and down like following the lines, but the actual texture was slightly off to a different angle, so it doesn't look like we've got a big multi-angle terrain. So it still seems to be fixed in certain directions for the actual terrain textures, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, the fog seems a little bit too excessive. Like, we have fog in real life, but not as often as the game. I think it is definitely something they need to look at adjusting, so it's not too often that it's foggy. It doesn't seem as bad on this map. The other map, it's really bad. But it's like September, yeah, it's 7:30 in the morning. Maybe I'll speed up time a little bit. But it's completely sunny. But you wouldn't think there'd be much fog around this time of day. Well, on the other map, it seemed to stay there the entire day I was going through. I thought it may be there in the morning and then it'll clear up, but it didn't really clear up at any point. As far as I'm aware, I did see a modder that they'd got some mods converted and working in game already. So I'm presuming they're mods that don't require Giants Editor to get them to work. So yeah, potentially some mods we might see in a few weeks' time, depending if Giants are going to let mods be submitted. I don't know when people are able to submit mods for testing for 25. But I don't think it'll be long before we start seeing the first mods. Live stream not every day. I've got a couple of days next week I'm busy in the evenings. But I will try for at least for next week, or this first week, live stream every evening. So there should be one tomorrow as well, and then possibly Monday. Tuesday, don't know if I can live stream in the evening, but I might live stream during the day as it's launch day for the actual game. So I might do. Well, that's contract finished. So for those people that used to moan at me for not completing the field, you no longer can, because it doesn't let you once you get to 100%. So yeah, I'm not leaving that patch because I can't be bothered to do it. I'm leaving it because I can't do it. Yeah, they're super handy. So much better than it was before. I'm not a big fan of the speedo, the bottom right hand corner. That kind of UI. I much preferred the 22 version, to be honest. I think the 22 version looked a little bit cleaner and looked nicer than this one. Right, field 24 we need to do, don't we? If you're pulling something heavy, it does put quite deep ruts in. Like the lime spreader, when that's full of lime, that is very heavy. It does leave quite big deep ruts behind you. So we should be able to get it down a little track down here. Yeah, we'll go back to that field and have a look, see if it's changed. I'll have to see if there's another contract pops up for it, so for sowing or anything. but this is quite a big field. As you can see, as soon as we drive into the field, we get the lines come up for this field, for this equipment. It's literally instant. So that's already generated the course for this field, what it deems as the optimal course. You can change the settings so you can do more headlands if you want. What's the maximum? 6. So if you wanted to do 6 headlands, you could, or you can do as little as 1. It's quite a big field. No, I don't want to change that. Let's put it on 3. You can change the work direction, you can adjust the degrees so that one's going across. So 5-degree increments. So if you want to change the direction you want to go to, you think it might be a bit better than the one that's generated. And then you can change the offset as well, turn the lines off if you don't want them on. But if you set it AI worker, you just press play worker and then it will just follow. I think it goes by the nearest line. But I didn't actually set the worker then, did I? No. No. Good, because I don't want it. I want to do it myself. After completing the field, remember that you collect the money from the contract. Yeah, you have to manually collect it yourself. So the one we've completed was 11. So yeah, we borrowed the equipment for the one we're doing, so I can actually collect that one. Has anything come up for field 11? I don't know how often it refreshes. Give it a bit of time, see if it refreshes, see if another contract comes up for 11. How much money did we have when we started? Anyone remember how much money we had? Oh yeah, I built the silo. So I was wondering then why my money had gone down. I forgot we built the silo. It's 20,000. I was like, I'm sure I had more than 240,000 when we started. Field 11, grass again. It's showing as grass, but let me put the worker on here and we'll have a look. So the worker's going to go off and do whatever it's going to do. We'll go back to the start. No, it's still showing as cultivated. Yeah, it might take a while for it to. I know what the worker's doing. It's doing the middle first. 244k at the start. Yeah, that's what I thought. I forgot we bought the silo. So I was thinking, why is my money going down so much? Because I bought that little silo that was 20,000. I was just a bit worried I'd got stung for some leasing charges I didn't know about or something. Somebody stole my money. So is this a withered field? Yeah, I did notice quite a few fields went to the withered state after the skipping through the month. So there's quite a few withered fields. I was a bit worried that we might have had that bug that was I think it was FS25. There was that bug when a field went to withered state, it would permanently stay like it. Like the NPCs wouldn't update the field, so you couldn't get any contracts for them. Yeah, you can literally just click on any field and visit it, which is super handy as well. Especially if you're looking to purchase a field, you can just go straight to it and look at it. You don't have to like go to a nearby sell point or anything like that and then run to it. But if you are interested in dev mode, there is actually a console command now for super speed and also super strength, which I think is super strength toggle. So that was never available in the previous dev console. Super strength and speed toggle. Good stuff in the discount page. I doubt it. It seems a bit bare bones. We need the vehicle sales customizer mod. Yeah, there's a couple of headers, Stylo King, cultivator and forage harvester header. I don't know how many the maximum for single player is, 5 or... Hopefully the vehicle sales customizer mod might come out pretty quick. That was a super handy mod. Especially my slightly edited version of it. That's one mod I'll probably miss. Can you turn ground deformation on or off? Not that I'm aware of. Not in the in-game settings anyway. I don't think there's any way to turn it off, but I don't know if the actual like graphic settings, whether you can turn it off. Yeah, as Pete says, also they made those console commands now this time around. Means PC players can probably use super strength on crossplay. Yeah, if you're on crossplay server, you've got the dev controls. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to activate it. It probably does make it easier that for a super strength mod and speed mods for console with the scripting being in there. Yeah, no more getting stuck on Ostacoustic. Yeah, that was a bit of a pain without having any sort of super strength on the crossplay server, because it's definitely something handy when somebody gets stuck. Do I play FS every day? Pretty much. I do try and get all my videos done in the week so I can have the weekend off, but that very rarely happens. But yeah, when I'm like probably properly back to recording. FS25 I was kind of intermittent for the last probably year or so. But yeah, I'll probably once I get settled down after the first week or so and get to a regular routine of videos and live streams, then it'll probably try and get everything done in the week. So I can have Saturdays, Sundays, farm sim free. Get a chance to play some other games, because there's a lot of new games coming out that I want to play this year as well. I was tempted to get Planet Coaster 2 the other day, but I thought with this coming out I probably won't get much chance to play it. So how to activate the commands. You need to enable it in the game XML file. So at the bottom of the game XML file, on console you can't activate those, it's only on PC. Hopefully we'll get the easy development tools mod. The only thing I don't think I can do is add money. Well, not that I've seen a command for adding money. It used to be GS money add, I think. I don't think there's one. Yeah, Yeah, there's nothing for add money that I can see. So there's so many commands that do different things that I don't even know. Right, quick see if there is anything for money, but I don't think there is. The money commands previously you had to enable cheat mode, which I don't know if you can enable cheat mode on this version. Yeah, I don't think there's anything for money. Oh, I can refresh the vehicle. Oh, look at that. That's handy to know. So we've now got the oxbow. Nothing useful in there, but oh look, we could have got our Deutz-Fahr 52% off. That's a shame. 8RX50. Well, at least I know how to reset the vehicle. not that I'll probably abuse that and keep spamming it until I find something useful. I imagine there was probably a command for that on FS25, but not one I ever came across. Yeah, it doesn't look like the GS money ad will work. It possibly will if I get cheat mode enabled on Steam. Let me just check something. We can do it tomorrow, Stevie, if you want. I haven't got it set up to do one, so give me a bit more time to actually set it up, and I can put it in the video description and everything. So yeah, it's sorted out for tomorrow's stream, Stevie. I didn't even get a chance to have a look at doing one for myself, to be honest. By the time I finished recording the video earlier, I was feeling a little bit rough. I just went to bed for a bit. Christian Taylor saying hello. Hey to you and welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I won't mention it just yet, just in case for any reason I can't stream tomorrow. Shouldn't be an issue, but I probably won't know until later tomorrow. Don't want to get people all excited and then let them down. We shall see how it goes. We've got 160 people watching, so if you've not said hello yet, then please do. Let me know where you're watching from as well. Yeah, so there'll be stream next week. I don't know if there'll be a stream next weekend. Possibly, it depends how I feel after a week of trying to get quite a few videos out and stuff. So by the end of next week I might need a little break. But yeah, I'm definitely streaming through the week, and then the week after that I'll probably go back to well, I want to try and go back to at least twice a week for the live streams. But I just need to try and work out which is the best 2 days to do. Pierre saying Quebec in Canada. Graham's watching from Carlisle, UK. Kimberly saying hi, hey to you. Christian saying I'm watching from America, nice. Girl saying hello from the Netherlands, hey to you. Maros is in Prague in Czechia. Hey to you all. Thank you for stopping by the stream, really appreciate it. Say that we jumped up to 175, so extra 15 people, hello to you. We're coming up to 8:45, so we've still got plenty of time, 2 hours 15 minutes at least. What else is there to do on a Saturday night? So how many people watching have pre-ordered FS25, or are you still waiting? Do you see more of it before you make a decision? Robin saying hello from Sweden, hey to you. Welcome to the stream as well. $4 PM here. Yeah, so Saturday late afternoon. I did set it to 3 headlands, didn't I? Graham saying yes, pre-ordered year 1 bundle, nice. I need to actually get the pre-order bundle for myself on Steam. Still haven't actually done that yet. So I've got the collector's edition coming, but I'll probably use the code for that on my second PC. But the the collector's edition doesn't include the year 1 bundle, so I'll still need to buy a separate year 1 bundle for the other PC if I want to do the fixed camera stuff, which I'm looking forward to getting to be able to do. Obviously at the moment I've only got one version of the game, so I'm going to do the fixed camera stuff using the worker, which isn't too bad actually. Because now the worker can do the entire field. It's a lot easier than it used to be, where they just go up and down and then miss half the field. Pre-ordering, it isn't a stupid idea. It is a stupid idea, but it isn't a stupid idea. Well, you usually get a discount on pre-ordering, but generally I don't bother pre-ordering games, to be honest. I mean, technically I don't need to pre-order it because I don't need the pre-order bonus. For I've already got the Macdon pack and the New Holland Combine, so it doesn't matter which version, that'll work with either one. There's only more the year 1 bundle because I'll get a discount on the DLCs, but then Giant should potentially send me all the DLCs anyway, which will work on Steam, so yeah, really I don't really need it, to be honest. Can you still change the workers' clothing? The workers' clothing? Could you change the workers' clothing? Pre-ordered this afternoon, got curious with all the new productions and crops. Greens from others helped make the decision, nice. Christian Taylor said I pre-ordered standard FS25 Xbox Series X, nice. Rich said I pre-ordered it this week, but I haven't had a lot of friends. Are still waiting. There is third person, but I don't know how you switch to it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so third person is in the game. They just need to do some emotes now and stuff. I can do some dancing. So yeah, if you got the same button for changing the camera. Yeah, so same button you use to change in cab, out to cab for changing to third person. That'll be interesting actually when let me buy a chainsaw. I just want to see what the animation's like in third person with hand tool. Go for the steel. How do I... Where's my chainsaw? Oh, there we go. Oh, so when you've got the chainsaw, you can't actually go in third person. Yeah, you can't do third person with the chainsaw. Just instantly takes you back to first person. And for some reason I can't scroll through the hand tools on the Xbox controller. Blackbeard Nagraf, thank you very much for the $9.99 super chat. You are very generous. It's good to see you in the chat again. I don't think I've seen you for a good long while. Hope you're doing well. AI workers are a lot better because they kind of follow the course that I'm using now. So the lines you can see here, the AI workers will also follow those when you set it up. So they will do the entire field, and they do a very good job. Much better than Courseplay. I will be honest, Courseplay misses so much on the corners. Better job than I've done as well, because I missed that bit there. So they do literally the entire field without missing a single bit from everything I've tried them with so far. That's the wrong line. The white one I want, not the blue one. Can you cut down a nice big tree? I don't know if I own any really big trees on my area of land. Can have a look after, see if it'll let you cut one. I don't fancy actually cutting one down though. Hey Sim, how are you enjoying the new game? I am enjoying the new game very much, thank you. Hi Matt, can you try the John Deere 6R? Not at the moment. We don't have the money to buy one. But we'll have a look at getting one at some point, or at least trying it out. Yeah, there might be a contract for it. Was it small tractors they come up under, or was it medium? It does look very nice. We'll try it at some point, but not at the moment. The Summers cultivator. I don't think I've actually looked at the cultivators. Looks very similar to the John Deere one we had on 22. Does look very nice. What's that? 18.3 meter, 6 mile per hour work speed though. That's pretty slow. 630 horsepower to pull that. Yeah, need a big old tractor to pull that thing. Definitely be a 9RX or the new Steiger or the Zerion. What is the maximum for that? 6.53, 778 horsepower for that. Mental. (9RX) 691. 9Rs what? 691 as well. Yeah, you're gonna definitely need one of those at the bottom. Big old expensive tractors. Equipment I haven't really used enough yet to say I'll miss anything in particular. There's a lot of jobs I still haven't done yet, so it's one of those things. As you do more jobs, you might miss more things. There is the does farming saying class is always best. There is the larger lime spreader that's missing from the game. So currently in game there is only one lime spreader, which is the Bradle. single axle spreader that we had in the previous game, so the double axle one's not in the game. So currently that is the only one that you can use to spread lime with. There's only the one stone picker as well, so I imagine the other two will possibly come as mods on Mod Hub. Steve 4K Gaming with the gifted 5 memberships. Thank you for that. So Latvia Negro's gifted membership, Farmer Josh 88, Mr. Don, Sebo, Paco Gonzalez and Nicola Hansen have all been gifted a membership by Stevie, so big thank you to Stevie for that. And welcome to the Sim Farmer channel membership for those. We're going to get like 5 pings now. Hold B steering assist brings up that menu. So that's when you hold B down on the Xbox controller. Or hold H on the keyboard. Brings up that menu for the steering assist or AI worker. Pierre said, saw the video yesterday, it was funny to see how heavy it was. Yeah, that was pretty heavy. I didn't realise as well that tractor was the lowest horsepower you can have. I think it was only 150. For some reason I thought it was a 200 horsepower version. So I did change that in today's video. Well, video recorded today for tomorrow. I would like to have the Agrisum quad plough. It would do 8 meters, even though it did require quite some power. Yeah, that was always a handy one with the 8 meter work whip. Especially over using standard ploughs. But yeah, big thank you to Stevie again for the memberships. Check out Stevie's channel, Steve 4K Gaming. Sure, there's a link that comes up every so often on Nightbot. Yeah, there's one just a little bit further up above Christian's comment. There's a link to Stevie's channel if you want to check out Stevie's channel. He will have his first time lapse on FS25 up. Was it by the end of the week, Stevie, you plan on? Or is it next week? Hey Sim and chat, have you tried forestry? I haven't done any forestry yet. I haven't tried logs. Pallets don't seem to be much different. I did have a problem with one of the pallets I was trying to load earlier. Kept getting stuck a little bit. I did have a bale as well that got stuck on the fork. But it did come off easy, but it still did get stuck, which was a bit annoying. I think that was in the time-lapse video when I was trying to sell the bales at the sell point. Kind of got stuck on the fork a little bit. I think it's more the front loaders feel a little bit different to operate, but I don't know if that's because the settings for the sensitivity might be a bit lower than I'm used to. So I'm not jerking them around as much as I would before. Yeah, 2 jobs in one would be pretty useful. Steve Briscoe, thank you very much for the subscription. And welcome to the channel. There is the I don't know if there's any on here. The log contract. Yeah, wood transport. I could have a go at one of those and see using that what they like to load up. But I think that's like 29 logs. So it might be a few trips to actually do with that trailer. Yeah, 29 trees you have to move. I don't know how many you'd fit on that trailer. Could possibly have a look at doing that. Seeing what the logs are like using the log grab on that for loading up. There is also the rock removal that we had on the Platinum expansion. So you get the little hydraulic jackhammer. So that's all now in base game. So those those missions should be able to be implemented into mod maps now. Is there an auto load container from the Platinum expansion? That's actually a good question because I don't know. Would it be under Forestry? Where's Forestry? Yeah, no container in there. Yeah, I don't think there is any containers. Yeah, there's no category for containers that I can see. Yeah, so it doesn't look like the containers. That's one thing I never actually thought to look at. Was it before they came up under like the objects page? You just had containers. And I thought they might have come up under wood transport, but there's if there was going to be anywhere, I'd think that'd be under Forestry. Oh yeah, nothing under miscellaneous. Interesting little trailer. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got the containers currently. That again, that might be something that might come as a mod hub, or it might be something that they were try Forestry misc. Is there a Forestry miscellaneous? Miscellaneous. Yeah, there isn't the winches, Forestry miscellaneous. No, just those. Yeah, I never even thought to check that. Not one thing I even thought about was the containers. That would be a shame if they don't add them back in. But say this is still the early access, so from day one there might be some more things added in the day one patch, but that's still fine tuning. So yeah, do bear that in mind that there will be more stuff potentially to come. Yurik saying good evening from Slovakia. Thanks for your creation and good luck. You are my son's favourite. Well, good to hear. Thank you for stopping by the stream. We've almost finished this contract. So would you reckon we should have a go at one of those, that wood transport contract next? Let me know in chat. We'll give it a go. Although I don't know how well my log loading skills with one of those will be. Don't tend to use those type of grabs very often. Yeah, the new crane, I don't know if I'll ever use that. I'm going to have to try it out at least once. There we go, contract done. I'm not taking it back. You get a bonus for returning the equipment. Right, so 16,445 wasn't too bad for that, to be honest. So wood transport, so we need to take it down to there from there. That might be quite a few trips, but let's give it a go. Oh, there's stone picking contracts as well. That would be handy if you could keep some excess stones, especially if you're doing the productions that require stones. Now I've got to try and work out how this thing works again. I think we are back up in the top corner, aren't we? I didn't use these very often. be honest, I think I only ever used it once on Silver on Forest when we was doing the live streams on there. A little bit of mist hanging over the water by the looks of it. Ah, yeah, the trailer extent. Oh. Oh, you can swing it side to side as well. I don't remember you could do that before. Have I gone the wrong way? No. Alright, we're still going the right way. Yeah, there's no super lucrative silage baling contracts anymore. They've completely nerfed that. It was always fun doing the silage baling contracts and seeing how much excess bales you used to get. So it's super handy on Iowa Plains View, having those free grass fields and getting them all as silage baling contracts at the same time as well. So that's super handy. They could have done with giving us 2 of the trailers because you can link them up. If there's 29 logs, that's going to be quite a few to load up. Right, how do we do this? It's going to be really bad now. Let me check the controls. I think I might have easy arm controls on. Doesn't want to get one of these logs very easy. Well, there's one in. How did those logs get there? This is one of the log transport contracts, so when you accept the contract it automatically spawns them. I don't know if there's other areas on this map where they'll potentially come. So this contract is we just load up these logs and deliver them to the delivery point, so we don't have to cut the trees down or anything. They're in there. As you can see, this is possibly going to take quite a few trips. I don't think we're going to fit too many logs on at a time. What was that? 3. Whose idea was it to do this? I blame Stevie. I mean, I haven't fully got that one. It's still holding it reasonably well. It's not dropping out. It does seem to be holding it in the grab a bit better than it used to. By now that would have probably fallen out several times. Yeah, some nice straight logs. I don't know what trees they come from. There's no trees like that anywhere around here. How many's on there? 5, 6. We should get about 8, 9. How long are you streaming today? I'll be streaming for around about another hour and 45 minutes. I was hoping to try and start a little bit earlier this evening, but because I was feeling really bad this afternoon, I just had to go to bed. I think getting up really early this morning to try and get videos done kind of killed me. I think we could squeeze one more on there, possibly 2 more. Try and do as few trips as possible. There was trees like that around here. They're just being cut down, and you were loading them. See what you're saying there. I don't know if this is the only location for a contract like this, or whether there's some more spots around the map that logs all spawn. Oh, I dropped one. Bound to happen at some point. Now whether I should risk trying to get one more on. Got 8 on there currently. I'll get 9. There's going to be 2 trips will be 18. So 3 trips will be 27. So there's 29 in total. So we're going to have to do 4 trips anyway. So what's that? 8, 16. That'll be 32. Yeah, I think we'll leave it at that because I'm going to have to do 4 trips either way. So rather than risk trying to get another one on and flipping the trailer over or something. Now, it would be handy if they gave you a second trailer though. You could take 2 at a time. Right, where does this need to go? So yeah, we want to carry on straight the way down to the main road, then turn left and then follow that round over by field 81. The bale physics I didn't find too bad. I do feel like they are slightly better, but they don't feel like massively better. But the bales I loaded up yesterday do feel far less like cardboard boxes like they used to. I think on 22 they just feel like empty cardboard boxes that you're picking up and moving around. They did feel like they had a little bit more weight to them. They still come flying off the forks if you've been round too fast. And I say I did get one stuck earlier on the fork, but it did seem to come off a little bit easier than they did previously when they got stuck. They was like proper stuck on there. I'd get the barge, but it's quite slow. Especially when I used it in my video, because just as I got there was that other one that that other barge that was going across that I had to wait for. So it took even longer. I don't know if I'd exceed the weight of the barge with this though. That's one thing I liked with the enhanced vehicle control mod, it showed you the weight of the vehicle. Thank you very much for the subscription. Unfortunately I don't know how to say your name. I appreciate the extra support. We're taking it to this lumber company by the looks of it. This is where you tell me now I'm gonna have to unload them. Oh no, I forget you have to do the wood trigger, don't you? There was me then thinking I was gonna have to unload them all. Are there more breeds of dogs? I don't think there are more breeds, but it does look like the dog is different. Oh, it doesn't show you on there. If you go to the help thing for animals. Oh. It does show the picture of the dog, which looks different, but it doesn't mention anything about different dogs, so I'm presuming it's just the one type of dog again. £10 tip. Oops. Was that because I didn't damage any of the logs? I think they showed it in the car in the trailer, but I think that was just the CGI trailer. I don't think they do anything different other than you can feed them, pet them, get them to follow you and throw a ball. This way to no, it's not that way. The next one we want. go across on the barge. I'll have to have a look around and see if there's any collectibles, because I had no idea what I was looking for before. Although I still have no idea what I'm looking for. Could be pretty much anything. And I didn't actually see whether you actually got charged for using this. Somebody did ask in the my comments, but I didn't actually pay attention. That actually come in. Can't see it. Is it on its way? It's a bit misty. Oh, that's not moving. Oh, it is moving. Difficult to tell then. I couldn't tell whether it was actually coming or not. Yeah, I doubt the dog will get in the vehicle. But all it says on there, you can only have one dog per farm. You can feed it, pet it and play with it with the ball. Take the dog on long walks into nature. It will follow you as long as you want. That's all it says. It doesn't say anything about getting into vehicles. I don't even know if there's a passenger script or anything in the... Until we get multiplayer, I don't know if you can actually get passengers in. Yeah, the water looks really good with the reflections. You've got full reflections now of what's actually there. Got this low. Oh, me waiting for it to automatically go. You have to do the trigger again. Sitting there forever. Start the fan. You have to run for your life to get on before it goes without you. It does lock the vehicle down, so you can't actually drive. Yeah, I saw a passenger working on a stream yesterday. I was so excited. Nice. Yeah, I did think that I probably would have put the passenger script in from the Kubota DLC, but obviously I've got no way to test that out. I don't think there's an option to change seat. Unless it only works on pickup trucks and stuff again. On the side-by-sides and stuff. Come on, let me go. A quick look in this shed, see if they stole anything from the... Need to barbecue at the grain elevator? Maybe not. Doesn't look like there's a collectible in there. Maybe we'll find one in some random place. How deep is the river? I'm not sure. It doesn't look that deep, to be honest. It does look like it goes down a little bit, then it's quite flat across the bottom. One of the orbs was on the ferry. Are the orbs on this map as well? Is there different type of collectibles? I know there's... No, because it says there's only 25. So yeah, there's no orbs on this one. The orbs I think are only on the other map. Because it says on the stats page there's only 25 collectibles. And there's... I've already collected one of 25. And it did say all 25 are for the grain elevator, so... I can't see anything on there. But where are we actually going now? I'm lost. I've gone the wrong way. Yeah, the map looks really nice. I much prefer this map to the other one as well. got a really nice feel to this map, some really nice areas as well. Yeah, there's 2 ferries. There's one. So the one I went to was up by field 84. There's another one down by field 91, down that bottom left hand side. That's one thing I didn't check, was the collectible was in here. I'll check inside this barn first. Oh no, is that... And Touchy, thank you very much for the description. Yeah, this is where I found the collectible I got earlier. So it was inside here, so it was there. So I just walked up to it thinking you could interact with it, and it was like, hey, you found a collectible. So spoiler alert if you don't want to know. Bit late for that. Yeah, with there being a collectible there, will there be another one so close by? I'll not throw the beach ball. Disappointing. Point in having a maze if it tells you which way to go. I'm lost now. Hey, this way. That's the way I've just come from. Hello. We need a camera mode. There's a carriage in here. I don't know if there'll be a collectible in here. So I wouldn't even know what to actually look for. Yeah, I can't see anything that possibly would be a collectible. We tried. Yeah, I'm not currently at the moment. I don't have any bales to try out loading. But I did it in my video earlier. The time-lapse video, I did a bit of bale handling after I did the straw bales. I don't know if we'll get any more bales this evening. It's the trouble with the baling contracts now, you don't need to pick up the bales. So unless we baled up one of our own fields, which I don't have any fields at the moment, and I've got any crops in that we can do bales from. And at the moment I've got another 21 logs to deliver. That reminded me of Peter Kay joke. Oh. Not allowed down there. I thought I was going to crash into those as a solid object then. Do you know why that island near F25 on the map, like you can't go onto it? I don't know why that is. Island near field 61. Where is field 61? Can you not go onto it? This island here, you on about? That's 61. You can't destroy NPC crop. Nothing happens if you drive into the field. Same as before. I don't know, I've not been over by there to see potentially why you wouldn't be able to get on there. You can't go there in a tractor or car. Yeah, it seems a bit weird because it looks like it should be accessible. Don't know. Unless it's something you have to construct or something to get access to it. I don't know. Let me where is it? Oh yeah, I remember running over here earlier. Yeah, so the gates are locked. Maybe there's just no reason to come over here. You not get it this way either. Yeah, lock gates there as well. I don't know, strange why. I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything here for there to be any reason why you'd need to come here, but it seemed like it might be a bit of waste of space. Could have been used for a sell point or something. Or is it some kind of sewage treatment plant or something? Don't know. So there's not really anything here for any reason why you'd need to come over here. Yeah, it would just seem a bit of a waste of space. Looks like you could oh, I've got my maximum I can spin round that side. Might do, but I say I don't know what I'm looking for, so couldn't see anything that would obviously look like it would be a collectible then. What's yours? Drop in the middle. There we go. That island was a fish hatchery. That's interesting. Maybe it's a feature that's not been fully implemented and they've just blocked it off for now or something. Who knows? I'm surprised they didn't add a fishing mini game, especially on this map with the river. Be nice to go and do a spot of fishing in the downtime. Valentino Collins saying hey Sim, hey to you, and welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. No, it doesn't destroy the crop at all. I drove into it accidentally earlier or last time, and it doesn't do anything. There was a mod for that on FS25. I think they need to add a hardcore mode where stuff like that does have an effect. Stop people cutting across fields you don't own. Next stream will hopefully be tomorrow evening, similar time. So starting around 7:30 UK time till about 11. How many is that? 4, 5, 6, 7. So get one more on. I don't feel like they're any different to operate. I think that it does seem to hold the log a little bit better. But then, to be honest, I didn't use these all that often in 22. I think most of the time I did forestry for loading logs anyway. I just use a front loader with the log grab or the FDR logging equipment. So it wasn't very often I actually use these, but it's difficult to tell. I'm doing great with the logs. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better than I thought I would. It's one of those things, it's like I keep putting off using stuff like this. And I should probably just use it more often. So I don't really think we need to put another one on, because I say we're going to have to do 4 trips. Oh no, I've dropped some extra logs down. Oh no! Oh. Dang it, I made a mess. If I need to do some ploughing or there's a ploughing contract, possibly have a look at it. I've only got an hour and 10 minutes, so it depends what's available. I doubt, no doubt at some point over this stream or the next stream I'll do some ploughing at some point. This is annoying when it goes wrong like this. I'll drop that back down on the floor, might be easy to pick up. I was doing so well. Or reasonably well. As I mentioned previously, I don't know if No Man's Land is coming out. I don't know for definite if I will play it. I definitely will be doing a map similar to No Man's Land at some point. But whether that will be No Man's Land or another map, I don't know. So currently at the moment I don't know if it's actually going to get converted over. And even if it does, I might not do it again, as I've already done No Man's Land twice. It depends if there's many changes made to it or what, but until Alien Jim mentions anything on social media about him converting it, or if he's not going to do it, whether he gives somebody else permission to do it possibly. But no doubt there'll be maps similar to No Man's Land at some point, and I imagine it probably one of the first mod maps that come out will be like that. Yeah, it was a very popular map, but I know some modders like to every now and then just do something different as well. It's already been converted onto 22 from 19, so it might not get converted again. Oh, the train's stopped us in our tracks. I mean, it could change some of the landscape around a bit, but then would it really be No Man's Land? Like, it could change the shop model, add in some different types of trees in different areas and stuff. But yeah, I don't know what his plans are. I say I haven't seen anything from Alien Jim for a while on Facebook or anything, so... Oh, I've just been killed by a car. How do I claim compensation? Just took me out on the junction. Oh. Now he's bibbing his horn at me. Your problem, mate. You rammed into me at the junction, then you come flying down the side of me. Bloke's got serious road rage issues. There are several new crops in FS25, 22. What? These blokes. Just keep pumping your horn at me. He's the one that keeps going to overtake me and then pulling out of the manoeuvre and slamming his horn on. There's spinach, green beans, peas. Are 3 of the new crops. There's also, included in the base game now, we've got the crops from the premium expansion. So carrots, I was going to say onions then, carrots, parsnips and red beets. Yeah, licensed Skoda, there is a Skoda you can buy and they do drive around on the map. Oops. But I've got super speed on then. So in the cars section there is a Skoda you can buy. Is that one. And you do see them driving around the map and parked up in places as well. Don't know if you can open the doors in it or anything. Oh, you can have a nice RS style. To get one of these. Probably not in that colour though. Might have to get one of those at some point. Yeah, rice. So we've got long grain rice and regular rice. There's spinach, green beans, peas, and then the carrots, red beets, parsnips. And they're all included in the base game. Can the hitch be used on the Skoda? Is there a hitch on the Skoda? hitch on the pickup truck. I'm not sure which hitch you're on about. Rice paddies, I presume you can just delete them in build mode. Because you actually create those in build mode. So under the one category. Which category is it? Yeah, so you create them in kind of here, you just drag out the actual square. So I presume you could probably just click on demolish and then remove it. There are 3 base game maps, 2 brand new ones, which this is one of, Riverbend Springs. There's the Hutan Pantai, I think it's called. Never remember the name of it. Is the new East Asia map, and then there's Zelonka, which is a converted from FS25 premium expansion. But all those 3 are included in the base game. But I'm guessing nobody's done anything on Zelonka. I think Stevie 4K Gaming should do a series on Zelonka, just to do something different. Oh, is that what the other thing is, the cement factory? I know the BGA has been put on there, that wasn't on there previously. I wasn't sure what the other one was. Not a chance. I think you'll like it. You'll have good fun on there. Come on, log. I'm going all backwards. I should try this camera angle, it might be a bit easier. Do you have any idea how works the constructible, the one that needs to gather? You just basically place it down, so when you place it you see the actual finished building, and then you just deliver whatever it requires. So depending which building you pick, I presume will depend on which products it requires. We will have probably a go at looking at doing our own farmhouse at some point, but before we do that, it's probably worth trying to get some of the productions before we can purchase any of those, we need a lot of money. AGR Igor Moldova, thank you very much for the subscription. We're definitely going to need a sawmill, and that's probably going to cost quite a bit of money. And I think we're going to need a decent area of forestry. But I don't know if there's actually any good forestry trees on this map that we can cut down. Because a lot of these trees are deciduous ones, the ones I wouldn't want to touch. I reckon they're going to be a nightmare to cut up with a chainsaw. So it might be a case that we have to plant some trees of our own and then cut them when they're fully grown, and then get the sawmill so we can produce planks and stuff. Probably prefab walls. I think I might have a go get my joystick set back up for this next time. Wait with that. Might be a little bit easier. Get one more on. That should do us for this load. Just got those last few to collect up. Those super straps. How many have I got on there? 1, 2, 3, 4. The 8 on there. How many's left? 5. So only 5 left to go after this. Yeah, we're playing till 11 my time. I would like to do a bit longer, but I have to go and let the dogs out, and by then anyway, I'll be knackered again. Also for you, 1 hour ahead. Yeah, I'm one hour behind Central European time. Just tuned back in. How's the logs going stacking so far? Not too bad actually. I've managed to drop 1 out of how many we done so far. Done 3 loads of 8. So 24 so far. We've got 5 left to do. So yeah, it's not gone too bad. Dominic, Valentino's from the UK. So you're same time zone as me then. Yeah, for me it's currently 5 minutes to 10. I'm from Slovenia. I roughly know where Slovenia is. Well, I will say geography is not my strongest subject. I know it's somewhere around the world. Yeah, the music's not in game. I'm streaming from Spotify, my Epidemic Sounds playlist. There is a radio in game, but I've never used it. Obviously, I don't know what the music's on there, so probably copyrighted music. You can, I don't know if you can still do it in FS, but in FS19 you could. There was a music folder in game. You could drag in MP3 files into there, and then you could listen to the music in that folder in game. Now the only problem with it, you couldn't like change the order of it. It'd always play through the same order, and then obviously every time you loaded in the game it'd start from the beginning again. I don't even know if that's something you can still do anymore. Not something I ever tried to do after 19. Oh, crashed. Me reading the chat. How's FS25 run compared to 22? Like gameplay wise, I think it's an improvement. It might not look like it, but once you get your hands on it and start playing, you'll soon realise just how different it actually feels. I think it's one of those you really need to actually get your hands on the game to really appreciate it and get a good feel for it. When I first started playing it, I didn't think that much really, but the more you play it, the more you the more you can appreciate it, and the changes made and the little things that you discover and stuff. It's a little bit more taxing. So on the 22 I'd be getting easily over 100 FPS. I'm currently averaging around 80. But I do have everything maxed out, and I'm also streaming at the same time, and I've got several other apps open which don't help. But it runs really smooth, this map does anyway. Got that slight graphical issue on the other map with the flickering textures, which I've tried changing some graphic settings and stuff and I can't get rid of it, but it doesn't appear to be an issue on this map for some reason, so I don't know what the difference is between the two. But this map so far has run really smooth, had no issues whatsoever. I haven't tried any of the trucks yet, or the semis. Yeah, the problem with the trucks in FS22 and previous games is none of the trailers have trailer brakes. So when you start braking with the actual unit, the actual trailer doesn't slow down, it just carries on, it pushes the actual truck round, which is rather annoying. They really need to implement trailer brakes into the game. Unless they're having this already, I don't know. I've not tried a semi-truck yet with a decent load on. The last 5 logs to load up, and then we'll have a look, see if there's any other contracts worth doing. We have got a bit of field work to do and some prep to get some crops planted, but there's no rush. And Tara, thank you very much for the subscription, I really appreciate that. So yeah, there's no rush to get the fields done just yet. I do want to get some barley in though, and that will need to be done this month or next month. Whoops, I dropped another one. So 2 out of what's that, 25 now? Oh, get in the trailer. Just go back to that camera angle, it was a lot easier. The only trouble doing it on the controller, you can only do some movements one at a time. You have to keep stopping and then moving the next bit. Roller coaster from Silver Run Forest. I imagine they might release Silver Run Forest as a mod map. The trouble with Silver Run Forest is nobody can convert it because it's a DLC map for 22. It would be nice to see that back again, but I don't know if I'd play it again myself. But it'd be nice to see if they do release it as a mod map, so modders can access the stuff from it, so we can get the trees. Does FS25 utilise your GPU fully now? Why is it not showing the performance? So I'm currently using 85% GPU. You can't actually see that on screen. Doesn't show for you. But yeah, if I look at the performance mode, I'm currently using 85% GPU. 12% CPU, 43% VRAM, and 32% RAM. Currently, what it's using. So it's using a lot more, because I think FS22 only ever used about 40% of my GPU. So it does seem like it is using a lot more. But again, I'll have to have a look at that when I'm just got the game open, because I have got obviously my second monitor on as well with the stream playback. Oh, was that the last log? So busy talking away then I didn't realise that was the last log. Yeah, I'm using my Xbox controller now. I don't have my side panel or joysticks or steering wheel set up for it. Yeah, I'm also live streaming as well, so yeah, I'll have to have a look at it when I'm just playing tomorrow with nothing else running and see. Yeah, the Xbox controller works the same as before on PC. You just plug it in and everything set automatically, same as Xbox. I presume PS5 controller as well if you've got one of those linked up for PC. I will try adding some of the other things tomorrow so I can see the input bindings for gamepad controls, whether you can actually set things up for more than 2 gamepads now. I'm sure there will be one at some point. As for the tornadoes, you can actually turn them off in the game settings, but you can also set them to visuals only, so it removes the any destruction from them, but you can actually see them visually, or you can completely turn them off. I've left them enabled for now just to see, but whether we get one at any point, I don't know. So I don't know how often they'll happen. Yeah, the rain effects have looked really good, and we have got rain on the forecast soon, so it might start raining before the end of the stream. But yeah, the rain effects do look really good. I do feel like the road looks a little bit too reflective. When I was on here earlier and it was raining, the road looked like glass. Like it looked super smooth, shiny glass with really high reflections. But I don't know if that looked a little bit too much. Graphics card I'm running is a RTX 4090 currently. I'll say currently, I've no chance to change it anytime soon. I don't think I'll be upgrading to a 50 series. To be honest, it's probably one of those 50 series probably won't make much difference to a 4090 for this game anyway. Oops, crashed again. Yeah, so that's a different type of Skoda that you can't actually get. That's similar to the one. That's not a Skoda, is it? No, it's just a generic car. It looks similar to the Skoda. I say I haven't had any disasters yet on any of the plays I've done. Then I haven't actually progressed through the months very much, so I'm sure. I don't know if you'll actually get one in the first year. Maybe in the second year, once we get into the next year, we might get some. That's the wood transport finished. We got a whopping $6 wood, sold wood. Let's complete that one. So 15,430. Not too bad. After the lease costs. It would have been nice if we'd had a second trailer. It would obviously made that job a lot easier, a lot quicker. Let's collect that. See what other contracts we can do that we haven't done yet. So there's some harvesting. Is there any crops? So we've got a, what's that one? Peas. Peas. So we could do a pea harvest. That's something different we haven't done yet. There is some ploughing contracts. I could do one of those and show you the ploughing textures. That looks like it's the smaller field. Oh, they're pretty much right next to each other. Let's borrow the equipment for that. We'll do that one because I don't think it'll take too long. Possibly look at doing that pea harvest contract. Which one was worth more? I think that one. The lease cost for the actual equipment is exactly the same, regardless which one you do. And borrow the items for that one as well. The peas of truth. We need to do some green beans so we can use the green bean machine. Right, what contract was the actual peas in? 6, so it's not too far away. Right, can we get a worker to take this over to field 6? Oh, I should know where field 5 is. It's the field on the start farm. Did I not set the These are 26. No, that's 6. I've only got 6 and 5 contracts. I think the other one was 26, wasn't it? The one I didn't accept. Yeah, the other one was 26. I'm doing field 6. Farmland 6 down here. I'll drive this one there. I'll get a worker started on this and then we'll get the plough. So this is one I haven't used yet. I did some green bean harvesting earlier on the other map. I haven't actually used this one yet. It looks like it's got a toilet roll. What's that? It's got its own toilet roll dispenser there on the side. What is that? not sure what that is, but the detail on the new equipment is really good. The hipsters are saying, Farm Chris, how are you? Farm Chris saying, hey everyone, good evening to you. Yeah, contracts are always a good way to try out new stuff without having to buy it yourself. And I think, unless you've got a decent field, leasing one of these is probably not going to be worth it. Because the lease costs are probably going to far outweigh what you make off a field, unless it's quite a big field. But at least you get to try some different equipment out before you actually buy it. Do Giants foresee the same graphics on console? I don't know about that one. Did I go past the field? Oh no, I'm nowhere near the field. Completely lost. You just finished streaming, nice one. I'll set a worker off on that while we get the player going. We get to try out the Kubota tractor. I'm sure the other Kubota tractor will probably get released as either content update or a mod on ModHub as well. We currently only have this one out of the two that were in Kubota DLC. Yeah, a lot of the fields have got weeds in. They don't look the best condition. The one I did earlier, I think I went around 50% of the field before I even filled the harvester up. And it was a decent sized field as well. But it wasn't the best yielding. There's 4 tractors in the Kubota. I thought there was only 2 tractors and then the M8 and the smaller one. Don't remember the others. You can see the ploughing texture, it leaves that rut there that you can then put your wheels in on the next road down. But as you can see, it doesn't follow the plough. Kind of goes up finally at that one angle. Which is a bit of a shame. It doesn't have that more terrain angles. Follow the plough exactly. Which were the other tractors in the Kubota? I don't remember. I remember using the M8 quite a bit. I don't think I ever really used the other ones. On the wrong one. The good thing is now you've got that, you put your 2 tyres on this side in that rut and it kind of keeps the tractor there. Well, you can see how much of a dip down that is when you drive up. It does kind of affect the tractor a little bit. Kind of difficult to drive out of it. It's a lot more realistic having that. But you can see the angle of the tractor, how much it's leaning over to the side as well. Yeah, I should use the auto steer really. But yeah, it's just a shame the actual texture doesn't follow exactly the direction of the plough. I'm not sure which way around the actual lines go for which way the plough should be. The one thing. I'll follow this line, turn around and come back and see how well it does the other way. M5, M6, M7 and M8. Did it really have that many? Okay, so currently we've only got the M8 in the base game. Yeah, maybe we'll see the others as mods on Mod Hub then. Two-seater vehicle, as you mean passenger script? That was the Kubota DLC. I think that when Peter said it's included in the game, so yeah, I'm not quite sure if this oh, that seems okay. Say how my work is still going on the peas. I am going soon, no worries. Thank you for stopping by the stream anyway. Yeah, I haven't tried the landscaping yet. It's something I need to have a really good go at. Yeah, it automatically sets the offset. So you can see the side offset is set to 0.6 meters automatically. So I'm not 100% sure which way, but seems to be working okay. Currently the lines I'm following with the way around the plough is anyway. One thing it does happen though is if you set the GPS active, if you then start reversing, it disables the GPS, and I always forget to re-enable it, so I carry on driving then start veering off at a different angle. Yeah, it seems to be working reasonably well with the offset. Does make life a lot easier, although it's not the fastest. As you can see, we're getting some stones come up in this field as well. I don't know if you'll get a stone picking contract after you've done the ploughing. There's one currently on field 4, which is the field next to this. It'll be interesting to try one of the stone picking contracts as well to see if you do. What does it actually say for the? Yeah, it just says remove stones from field. It gives you a trailer, stone picker and tractor, but it doesn't say you have to take the stones anywhere. Now, I might have to try one of those and see exactly what happens at the end, whether you get to keep the stones or whether you do have to deliver them somewhere, or it is one of those when you get to 100% that's it, contract finished, and you can't do anything with them. It's a bit weird, they give you a trailer which suggests that you have to take the stones somewhere, but it's not actually saying you need to take them anywhere. FS25 come with the best stats for PS5 Pro. I'm not sure. No experience with PlayStation or PS5 Pro, so no idea. So we've got 35 minutes or so left. We'll probably get these 2 contracts finished. And we'll call it quits for this evening. Arthur, thank you very much for the subscription. We appreciate it. I need to go and unload the combine. So if I set that to standard worker, can I? It won't let me do any less than 5 headlands for the worker, apparently. Okay. I'm just going to hire a worker for that and we'll see what it does. Go and unload this. That's a short, diddy little unload pipe or conveyor. Got that big massive machine, you get that tiny little thing sticking out the side. What are we on? Contract field 6, 22%. What was that? 3,308 litres of peas. Not a huge amount. What is the oh, it's got 77% yield bonus, which is not too bad. Despite all those weeds. Lovely peas. Does look very nice model again. Nice new equipment in the game, but yeah, not cheap. How much are these actually? So 635,000 for the spinach harvester, 498,500 for the green bean, and 571 for the pea harvester. Storm's heading off. Good to see you again in the chat, Storm, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll maybe catch you in the next one as well. Yeah, I think I'll leave the worker to carry on the ploughing and we'll do some of this for a bit. Although this looks like it's going to take a while. Maybe we'll struggle to get this one finished before I finish up. Let's see, where have we got to take this to? We need to take it up there, which I think that's the farmer's market. Yeah, take it up to the farmer's market. John saying I'm off now as well. No worries, thank you for stopping by the stream, watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And maybe see you in the next one. So one thing I didn't get to look at was the pasture, so probably something we'll have a look at next time. And getting the pasture set up for goats. We need to get one of our fields planted as well and get that sorted out. Yeah, there is one, can't remember which modder it was, but there was one that always made it for, there was one on 19 and 22. Can't remember which modder it was that made one, but obviously it can't be on Mod Hub. But I'm sure if you search around you'll find one somewhere. Mr. Amazing saying, yeah, he's in Farmer on FS25. My world is better now. Well, thank you. Thanks for stopping by the stream. All those lovely peas. Yeah, we do get excess. I did a green bean harvest earlier and I got about 5,300 excess in crop value. I think I did, the contract was about 6,000 and I got an extra 5,000 for the excess crop. It came to about 11,000 altogether for the contract, which wasn't too bad. I'd love to see alpacas in the game. I was really hoping they would have added them this time. But yeah, you never know. There's only so many more animals that can add. So surely alpaca farming is quite big. And llamas as well, so yeah, potentially we'll see them at some point. That's one thing I was going to look at as well was yeah, just long neck sheep, but something different. Get some alpaca wool. Make a difference from just sheep. Yeah, we've got water buffalo, goats. But water buffalo are technically just cows. Playing contracts 64%. It is handy having those at the top corner so you can see all the time progress on the actual contracts when you're not in the field. I think I've done all the headlands. At 83% full, so we'll unload at the end of the field if we actually get there. Graham, when this releases on Tuesday, I'm just going to use auto replies on my emails and text on. Too busy playing. Yeah, the lighting is a lot better. I say it's so difficult to kind of tell when you're going from 22 to this. At first it doesn't look that different, but the more you play, the more you notice it, how different it actually is. So we do have that rain due. I don't know if it'll rain any point during this stream, but I was able to continue harvesting the green beans in the rain. It didn't say I couldn't. I think it might be just the combinable crops that you can't, or you lose yield in the rain, possibly. Yeah, I can't really have a sick day and play farm sim all day because so I just sat there and playing it without recording or creating any content. No, there's no meat in the game. I don't think Giants will ever do meat in the game, like slaughterhouses or anything like that, because of the age rating. So there's no mention of like that kind of thing in the actual game. So chickens you just breed or get eggs from. Graham said I'd call and see if I was not on long-term sick anyway. Oh yeah, sorry to hear that, Graham. And Victor, thank you very much for the subscription. Yeah, best wishes for you. I mean, the only reason why I'm sat here doing YouTube is because I had a head injury, fractured skull and bleed on the brain, which was quite a long time ago, but I doubt if I hadn't have had that happen, I'd have probably never ever started YouTube. I wouldn't have had the time to do it. Too far away. You're on about, I'm right there. 25 minutes left, yeah, we've still got quite a bit to do. These contracts seem to take a lot longer than you expect them to. Yeah, I doubt Giants will ever add butchery, and we won't see mods on Mod Hub for them either. There is some mods on other sites that implement all that. The mods are out there, but obviously we'll never get them on console or stuff like that. I think Giants like to keep their age rating as family friendly and as low as possible. Do harvesting contracts have a time limit? I don't think they do. When I was looking at the contracts earlier, it does show a time. It's got this 12 hours. I don't know if that's what that means. I don't know if that's the how long you've got to actually complete the contract, or that's how long the contract's valid for. So these ones are showing 11:59. Now that one's showing 50:59. I don't know if that's just how long the contract's available for, or how long you have to complete the contract. So that one's gone down now. It's showing 11:59. So yeah, potentially if you don't complete it in that time, maybe it fails the contract. Possibly. I would have a look, but I have a look in the menu, see if it does say. Let me switch this back to a worker so it can actually be carrying on. Have a look through the help menu, see if it does say anything about contract and there being a potentially time limit. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about a time limit. Where are you going, worker? You literally had to drive in a straight line. How did you... I have no idea what the worker was doing then. Now, I might have to if I'm not finished in 20 minutes. Oh no, I've still got the worker enabled. Yeah, possibly. I say it doesn't really explain the what that time thing is. So it's probably one of those things we'll find out eventually. Well, yeah, it's definitely going down. It's saying 11:54 now. So is that in-game time as well? If I speed that up, does that go down any quicker? Plowing's 80% done, so that'll definitely be finished. Yeah, that's 11:45 now, so that seems to be actual simulated time, not real time. Yeah, it's 10:54 now. What I might have to do is just speed through time with contract enabled and see what happens when that gets to 0. See if it does disappear or... Yeah, looking at the contracts on the thing, it looks like they're accepting it, but there's one also showing now for the contract we're doing, which we've already accepted, so whether it is that the contract is no longer available when that gets to 0, that it's still active, does it cancel it, or do you get to continue? I don't know with this crop. What are we doing? Peas. Yeah, September's the last month we can harvest peas. So potentially that would wither anyway if we went through to the next month. So I presume the contract would cancel if we haven't finished it by midnight. So that was so. 10 hours, what, 53 minutes is that? Yeah, so it looks like we need to, well, either finish it by midnight or... Which is quite understandable for this one, because obviously this field won't be ready to harvest next month, so... can see they're having the time limit that way. For accepting it, at least. Saw someone in a video slept through and in the morning had to pay 6k fee for failing the contract. Ouch. Yeah, definitely don't want to be doing that then. Currently 51% done on this. We need to get to 80% for the harvesting bit, and then 20% is the delivering of the actual crop. So we've got just under, what, 29% to go for the harvesting. So all of these contracts have got the same time apart from the wood transport. There is a different area. That one's up there. That one's 21 logs for 11,550, but you get... I could have done that one instead. Tried that truck and trailer out. Why didn't they give us that one for the last one? We had more logs to carry and they gave us the tractor and that one small trailer. That's annoying. So 8 less logs for that contract and they give you the truck and trailer. And it only has to be delivered to there as well. Just that short distance. That's so unfair. One thing I hadn't actually looked at yet was that that new truck. What category does that come under? Wood transport. Does look very nice. I'll definitely have to give that a try at some point. GPS system is really good. Really easy to use. Like it's so simple. I mean, it is literally basically once you've got it set to guidance steering or assisted steering setting, there's literally just one button. Just press one button, it locks into the track and set cruise control, or away you go. I don't know about slots for console because I'm on PC. I don't know if Giants have released the information for that. I'm sure they would have done by now. So in PC there's no way of seeing what slots are available unless you look in the XML file. So yeah, not 100% sure. If anybody does know if Giants have announced the slot limit. I suppose I don't know if it actually would mean much. I don't know how much equipment is, like slots, how much they'll take up. For console it's 3,500 slots. Oh, I should have entered the combine. 3,500, so that means nothing to me. I don't know if that's good, low. I don't know what, like a piece of equipment like this, how many slots this would take up. I mean, I played on Xbox on FS17 and I never once even got close to the slot limit. And I had my save games, I had loads of equipment on there. So it always seemed to be more than enough, for me at least. But then I haven't played FS since what, 19. I played on console for a little bit. Slot limit is less than 22. Yeah, it might be less than 22, but then the actual equipment slots might be less. So it might even itself out, but again, I'm not sure. As I'm not a console player, so no idea. So I've got 13 minutes. I think I might just finish this field off and then call it quits, even if it takes a little bit longer. Don't really want to stop, go and let the dogs out and come back for 5 minutes. But we'll get this one finished off. The ploughing is done now. Oh, actually we can complete the ploughing contract. So yeah, not a huge amount for that, 1,586, but then the worker did most of the work, so probably pay the worker more than worker was stopped because the vehicle was removed. I thought the worker had finished. I don't know what the worker was doing then. Probably just sat there burning through more money. So equipment slots are supposedly reduced, so yeah, it might even itself out that you've got lower slots, but then the equipment uses lower slots, so probably kind of works out the same as before. We'll find out when we get the cross-play server going and somebody joins on console and the slot count kicks in. I would say even on Ostakusti, on the crossplay server, we had a lot of equipment on there, and we had people joining on it on PS4. I don't think anybody ever had any issues. Yeah, it seems like 5 is the maximum in 22 for the used equipment as well. So I've never seen any more than 5. So I think for single player it's probably 5 again, and then 10 for multiplayer. So Stevie 4K Games saying he's going to run a crossplay server. Nice. Use your G Portal credits for something. Great, just wanted to know, thanks. No worries. I say I've never seen it more than 5, so I presume it's just 5 again, and then possibly 10 for multiplayer. If you're on PC, I'm sure they use the vehicle sales customizer mod will probably come out, which increases it to I don't know what the default increased it to, but I think mine was set to like 20 or something. That's why if you watch a lot of my videos when I went in the used equipment sales, I used to have a lot of equipment show up in there. So I was using a modified version of the used vehicle sales mod, or whatever it's called. I often found there was very rarely anything ever come up that was useful without using that mod. It would be nice as well if they showed like a time for how long this is available for. So you had like a time limit for it being available, and then you know it's going to refresh. Yeah, you could change the maximum discount price. I think mine was set to 70% maximum discount, and then I think it was set to like 20 items could show up. I think multiplayer, I think I had it set more than that. We made 47,000 from contracts so far today. And we spent 774 on wages currently, which is actually not too bad. I thought it was going to be a bit higher than that. Although I suppose we didn't have the worker running for that long, to be honest, on the contracts. I think it was mostly just on that ploughing contract we had the worker. And a little bit on here. Got 7 minutes. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be finished for 11. We've got a few rows to go. 66% done on the harvesting. But the rows are getting a bit shorter now as we progress across the field. So yeah, fairly nice and easy job. Yeah, it would have been nice though if they added some cheaper and smaller equipment for doing these crops. But I suppose then Oxbow probably wouldn't have liked it if they've added additional harvesters in. I think it's probably one of those things. I think they've these crops have probably been more added because of Oxbow wanting this equipment in the game rather than this equipment being in game because these crops have been added. 69%, 7% pork. We'll have to do a couple more rows before we need to unload. Everyone wants No Man's Land. And then everyone will probably moan when No Man's Land comes out. Oh, No Man's Land again. You can just imagine No Man's Land comes out as the first mod map. Like every single YouTuber will be on No Man's Land when it comes out. One mod I would like is a hood toggle. It's so annoying having to go through the easy the developer controls to disable the hood. I'm surprised Giants just didn't add something like that in the game as well. They could remove the hood for photos. Yeah, No Man's Land was fun. I enjoyed it. I think if I was to do No Man's Land on 22 now, with all the new mods that have been released since then, it'd be so much different. I was hoping to do more on Farmview Island, but then I just didn't get as many episodes as I was hoping to do before 25 came out. I was hoping I was going to get around 60, which was 20 more than I did. I would have been able to get quite a bit more done on there, but yeah, I kind of struggled for time for a little bit, and then had a little bit of a break the other week just before the release of this. I wanted a bit of a time off. I had like what was meant to be a few days ended up being a week, and then ended up being a week and a few days. how did you manage to do the far out camera views on that map? Which map? No Man's Land or this map, that map? Normally the far out I use flight mode. I've got enabled now. So I just use flight mode and then just zoom out. Usually what I do is I've got my second PC I'll have running that I'll be doing the work on that. And I'll just use this one for the fixed camera. I definitely think it's worth the upgrade. Considering this is just base game, vanilla, no mods, and I think it's really, really good. So once we start getting mods, it's going to be a whole new level compared to 22. So I definitely think it's worth the upgrade. Yeah, No Man's Land doing field work was all doing 2 PCs on a multiplayer game. Though sometimes I would set a worker off on course play on one PC and just watch the course play worker. Most of the time though I'd have my second PC so I could do work on that one. Most of the time, because you can never trust the workers to do a decent job. So many times I'd set the worker off, I'd set the camera up as the fixed camera, I'd go off quickly just to grab a drink or something, come back and find the workers just sat there doing nothing, and I've been recording the screen of just the tractor sat in the field for 10 minutes. Many times I've had that happen. I had no idea what mods will come out first. Oh, I should have unloaded the combine. There is a mod already on Mod Hub, which is the government subsidy sign, which I think was that by Wopster? So that is already actually on the Mod Hub to download. So I suppose that's probably what some of the YouTubers have been using to get loads of money into the game. Just put a few government subsidy signs down. So as to what mod will come out first, other than that, it depends on how easy it is to convert mods. So there's some mods like Hood Toggle might be a very easy conversion. So we might see a mod like Hood Toggle pretty quick. That might be as simple, just, I mean, sometimes with mods like that it's just changing the mod desk number is literally all you need to do to get it to work. But I don't know what the differences are because I'm not a modder. So. Yeah, well, I'm not. I like to earn my money. It's more satisfying when you build up something from what you've actually worked towards, rather than just cheap money. I find I just get bored really quick if you do that. What time are we? Just after 11, so we've got what, 3-4 rows left, or if you can call them rows, and then we'll get this delivered and then we'll finish up for tonight. Yeah, transport and supply mod would be cool. I'm surprised they haven't got any sort of transport missions on here. Well, they've got the wood transport, which is kind of a transport mission, I suppose. And so one thing I would like to have seen contract-wise is that you could accept a contract, that not like a harvesting contract, but you accept a contract to deliver a set amount of crop. So it's your responsibility to actually grow that crop and grow enough of it to fulfill the contract, but you actually get a set amount for the crop, which is obviously higher than what it would if you just sold it yourself. Well, maybe like at the start of the year or something, you could take on a contract for supplying 100,000 litres of wheat or something, and then you had to make sure you planted enough wheat to get that much off the field in time for the completion of the contract. I'd like to see contracts like that, which you're utilising your own fields for contracts more than just harvesting it, selling it, or taking it to a production. Is that a frozen bird again? It just disappeared. I thought I saw a bird, but no, it's just the texture in the ground. Yeah, on the other map I had a crow that was in the field where I was drilling it, and it just sat there. I went over it several times, it didn't move. But I haven't seen really birds that I can notice other than that one. There we go, that's the harvesting all done. See how much excess we got off this. Now I think it'd be a good mod because it'd kind of mean you have to plan your crops out and your fields a bit more. So you could kind of plan out a year in advance that, right, you've got this contract for this much crop, so you need to plant several fields. It'd be nice as well if you could see in the menu a field, you could see what kind of yield you'll get off that field for each individual crop, like an estimate of, so if you put wheat in this field, if it's fully fertilised, no weeds and everything, that this is roughly what you should get from a harvest from it, so you can kind of know exactly what you're going to get, so you know how many fields to plant for each crop and stuff. Yeah, the VIP order manager, I used it a little bit, but I never used it often enough to get very far with it. But those always seemed like an interesting mod. So far I haven't really encountered many glitches, none on this map really. So I've got a graphical issue on the other map where the textures flicker out in and out at times, but this one seems to run pretty smooth. I haven't encountered really any problems, to be honest, nothing notable at least. So far all seems pretty good. Level 32 of it, I can't remember what level I got to, probably about 4 or 5 most. It's one of those things I kept forgetting I'd got it enabled on a lot of the maps. Where do we actually need to take this? Our farmer's market, isn't it? Yeah, go this way. Just randomly driving then, I wasn't even paying attention to where we needed to go. Any collectibles under the bridge? Oh, I can see. Saying that now, I've just said it runs smoothly, and we'll probably encounter some random glitch or something. Farmer's market, we can get this way. I should have took the other turning, to be honest. One turning too far. Just amazing though how different the base game maps are now to like Goldcrest Valley, which is probably the map I remember the most from 17. Like, I don't really remember 15's map that much. Like Goldcrest Valley is the earliest, or like the one I remember the most, playing a lot of that on console. But this is, it's just so different to the maps we used to get back then for base game. mean, Ravenport was a big step up. Elm Creek I wasn't overly keen on. But I do really like this map. Really nice map. Right, see how much excess we get off this. I do like the fact now that shows, so you can see when it's exactly going to get to 100%, so you can stop it if you want to keep the excess. There we go, 2,857 excess off of that. Not too bad. That was a massive field and we didn't get a huge amount off it. But we'll complete that one, so it's an extra 4,000, so about 6,000 odd for that contract. So we'll collect that one just as the rain starts. Although there's not many clouds in the sky. Oh, there's a bird. All that rain coming from that one cloud. Yeah, it seems like there should be a few more clouds in the sky for the rain. Have a look in the farmer's market. Hello, can I talk to you? No? Oh, it doesn't look like he's selling anything. Where did the peas show up then? I thought the idea of this was when you delivered stuff it showed up in here. They're all standing here with empty boxes. I don't see no peas anywhere. Maybe peas aren't the ones that show up. Anyway, yeah, we'll leave it there for tonight as I need to go and let the dogs out, and I am 10 minutes late already. So big thank you to everyone that's watched this evening. Hope you have enjoyed it and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you for the super chats as well. I really appreciate that. You are all awesome, and thank you to Stevie for gifting the memberships. So you are very generous, and yeah, congrats to the ones that got gifted a membership as well. So yeah, hopefully we'll be back tomorrow night, roughly around about the same time, so it'll be at 7:30 UK time, at 8:30 Central European time, and whatever that is for your time in the rest of the world, which I have no idea what is. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. So take care, goodbye.